Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, I am Daksh. I'm the founder of Blub World magazine. We work on the focus of finding and showcasing teenagers who are doing inspiring work in life. Until now, we have covered nearly 300 such teenagers from across the globe, from different countries. And from time to time, we try to create industry white papers on education, and typically school education. And this Blub World Web Talks is actually a part of that initiative itself, which is a research-focused initiative to find out innovations that are going on in schools. And today we are here to discuss something, again, very different. On this topic, this is going to be I suppose, the 10th or the 11th Web Talk, where we are trying to define that what kind of a teacher do we want and what will happen to the teacher that we have. We are trying to bridge the gap between the aspiration that we have and the reality that we are living. So the topic is very simply the future teacher, that's your aspiration, and the teacher's future, that's your reality. So how do you actually bridge this gap? So let's now hear it from Nandita Prakash, ma'am, Education Advisor, Sri Ram Global Schools, Delhi and Punjab. So Nandita, ma'am, over to you.
Thank you, Daksh. And hello, everyone, all the panelists. I would keep all the elaborate salutation for the end. So let me just begin by saying that these times are game changers in the history of education. And when we are talking about teachers' future, I think there is a thing that we should also worry about, that the teachers are getting a lot of power, which is a good thing for us for now. But as they learn more and more, become them more and more tech savvy, they will have a better online value on online platforms when compared to schools. And then the kind of salaries which we have been giving to them, now they have an alternative of teaching on online platforms from the comfort of their house at the time convenient to them. So I think the school makers should start worrying about that. However, after saying that, how can we still keep them with us? Is when we make them feel comfortable, make them feel empowered. And how do we do that? When a lot of schools that I've been observing these days, there are various platforms that they're using simultaneously. So first thing that we all have to help them do is simplify, take a break, simplify the process which they are creating right now, the content that they are creating right now, help them reduce the complexities in the system for themselves, for the students, as well as the parents. So the communication channels, a lot of schools are using school apps and LMS along with the WhatsApp. So let's create a simpler version of all this, and one way of communication between the parents, students, and teachers. Make it simple for them. Second, a lot of people are pressurizing their teachers to create what is already available on YouTube in a better standard. So help them become facilitators and use the material which is already available instead of recreating that again and again. Rather, as I said, that provide them technical support. This is a new age, and children, they would appreciate adding bit emojis, or for appreciation, some jiffies or stickers when you're correcting they're correcting their quizzes or correcting their assignments. So all these things have to be considered when you're putting too much pressure on book reading. Instead of that, have a snapshot of the digital book content which you want to focus on, share it with the children. So when teacher is creating her lesson plan, now she will have to keep in mind, we don't know when the schools are going to open. So whatever content she's creating right now should be able to be utilized in a classroom, online, offline. So all these plannings, we have to support them. I would request all the principals, vice principals, and HODs to be a part of it, so that you know how difficult, when whatever we are floating across as a message to the teacher, whether at the receiving end it is possible or it is not. So everybody has to be a part of that. Secondly, one thing which we are not discussing right now, that whatever we are teaching right now, observing children is somewhere we are not doing that. A lot of teachers are not able to do that. They are too busy implementing than observing children. So it is most important that there is a process created for observation and assessment, because even CBSE has not come out with proper guidelines till now. But we all know that by the end of this year, we don't know how we are going to assess children or assimilate the entire process of observation, but at least start devising a procedure of observation and keeping a record of it. Not only for the end result, but also to keep scaffolding children who are not able to cope up with the current times. So teachers can then schedule separate classes for them. So all that has to start from now. We cannot wait for the quarter to get over. And for all the teachers, I think it is an opportunity. Like, if it was not for these times, we would have pushed ourselves to learn all that we have been learning and doing. right? So take this as the greatest opportunity of your career rather, and upskill yourself in whichever way you can. Check more and more applications and free add-ons which are available through Google, Google Chrome, or Microsoft Edge. Please see what is best for yourself, and then suggest further to your school management. So everybody has to do that effort, and together and yes, of course, sharing content, sharing within teachers community or school community, we have to share. You cannot lock the knowledge to yourself.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Nandita ma'am. I think 2 or 3 points actually taken very well. First, emoji stickers. That's a very good mode of appreciation. Secondly, there should actually be a kind of a campaign or education campaign targeted towards parents, that we should not typically be recreating YouTube content. We should not reinvent the wheel. एक ही तरह का content बार बार नहीं बनवाना चाहिए उसको, just for the sake of making it. And secondly, observation skill को focus करते हुए उसका curriculum, that how do you actually observe a student, and virtual world में वो पूरा काम कैसे होगा, and how do you actually evaluate what's going on and how to make it even better. So thank you so much for sharing that, Nandita ma'am.